Hello, everybody.
I'm Jesse.
Joey.
I'm JJ.
Yeah.
I'm Doc. Jake.
I'm Jamie, and welcome to It's Time.
Family
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 Matters.
Matters.
Yay. Today is a
Today is a
special
special
day
day
because we're
because
going
we're
to
gonna
honor
honor
Ate.
Why is your voice
Yay.
like that, Kuya?
Which one?
Echoing.
Because
because
Jamie
Jamie
is
is
here.
here.
Okay. Who wants to
Happy
go honor Ate first?
birthday to start with
To
you guys,
you.
because you guys are there and we're here.
And you're
Jamie.
here and we're there. Yeah, you did
I
this.
just
You did a
remembered
Shaggy
you're
meme.
here. Which
Jamie
is
first.
What?
honor.
Oh, okay. I honor Ate for being the best sister in the world. I'll go.
Only
Anyway.
sister you have.
What is bro yapping
What
No,
bro
about?
I
is
have.
about?
I mean, okay. I honor Ate for always conversing with me. Whenever we chat, she always has a solution or suggestions, good suggestions. Actually, I wait. I'm trying to think of one of our
Trying to
conversations.
think.
Wow, Jay,
Okay, anyway, I honor
Maybe you
you
can
make
Ate.
me
read,
feel very
Jamie.
honored, Jamie.
Maybe you can read what you wrote for Ate or what you posted for Ate.
No thanks. You can just read it because
Okay.
it's laggy enough here on the phone.
Okay.
So thank you, Ayana Ate, for just being the most kind-hearted sister, or not just sister, but a kind-hearted person. Yeah. Um,
Wow,
what else?
Jamer. I am so
Oh,
honored right
Wow,
now.
Ate, is that you just can't honor
I'm
I'm
very
Ate?
trying
honored
to,
right now.
I'm trying to think of what we talked about. There was one special message that I sent or that you sent. Uh, Anyway, Kuya, you go first.
Wow,
Okay.
so honored. I
Okay.
am so, so
I'll
honored,
look for
Jamer.
it. I'll look for it.
Okay, well, you do that. I'm gonna honor. I honor JM for, well, basically being the one, the parent, the one who's taking care of Jack and Jake. Yeah, you're the one who is in charge. I'm pretty sure you know what's best, right? So because we're the two older siblings, we know, or yeah, we have a innate ability, or we have the sense to take care of our little siblings. So you're taking care of Jack and Jake, and you know how to do that. I know that you don't need like any counseling, any coaching, or anything that any stuff that is related to that, and that they're gonna be okay. Basically you're the one that's you're the one that's making all the plans to go out, just like mom is for us here in the Philippines. I know that you have everything pegged down to the T. You have a lot of plans, and you're saving for a lot of things that you want to do in the future. I honor you for being responsible and for being caring enough to see everything through. And I'm happy and grateful that you guys are okay, and
Yay.
you're very dependable. I don't know why I stepped up there. I also honor you for keeping the family together, is another thing that I would say. Lots of people, when they move out, they don't necessarily keep connections with their family, with their parents or their siblings after they move out. So I'm happy that you still have the sense to still be with us and just chat with us, talk to us, even over just a call. It's well, I wouldn't lie. It's lonely without you guys. I wish we were all there together, and hopefully we will soon. And 'cause I really miss you guys, and I know that that events aren't necessarily as eventful or as fun as they could be if we, um, as compared to if we were all together. So thank you guys, and especially you, Jam, for sticking it out, for being tough, for being independent enough to stick it out, especially in a place so different, just like Canada. You guys got used to it. You guys adapted. You guys persevered. Also honor you, JM, for being talented. I know you're still drawing, and you're you're. Do you share your drawing still, or
It's in the
Not
drawing
really.
channel.
I don't are.
I don't remember there being a drawing channel. But you're still talented. You're okay.
I don't know.
You're good. I know that you're. I know that you still have your hobbies.
Gonna
and
get an
you-
iPad here.
Oh, and
No,
I know that I honor you for
The
being.
digital draw.
Yeah, what the heck?
I honor you for being dedicated. You're a dedicated fan. When you're a fan of something, you're definitely you're in it 100%, and none of your recommendations are bad. So
Oh.
yeah, I honor you for being a good recommendation
You don't know what the
list.
terms are.
Not listening.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Jamie's turn.
Okay, I think I'll just read my message that I posted on Facebook because I
Okay.
cannot
Yeah.
find. Okay.
That's it.
To my dearest sister, Ate Jam, from when I was 1 to 5, you made yourself responsible to take care of me with dressing me up, writing, talking, and learning. From when I was 5 to 9, you taught me your grace, proper manners on the table, proper manners of behaving as a good daughter, and teaching me patience. From when I was 10 to 13, now
Patience?
that there are
Is that really how you Jamie? Jamer? Really, Jamer? Really? Really? Patience?
How
Patience,
you failed
Jamer?
in teaching her patience.
Wow, Jamer, patience. The one thing I'm known for, and the one thing you are also known for, patience.
Yeah, I know
Wow,
that
Jamer.
I'm new and I couldn't explain everything in one post, Ate. So maybe you can just do it yourself because I'm not
Fill in
going
the
to.
blank.
The patience. That's right there. Display of patience.
Why would I record bad experiences on Facebook for everyone to see? Right?
But you don't
Don't
have
do
to make it. No, we didn't ask for you to make it bad. We asked for you to be honest.
Didn't have enough time. Because this was yesterday. Anyway, from when I was 10 to 13, now that there are less basics to teach me, you taught me your art, the art of sketching, the anatomy, and your techniques. You also introduced me to digital art, and ever since then, I've grown to love drawing. You also taught me of self-confidence, physically and mentally. And now, at the age of 14, you can't teach me anything face to face. But that's why we have the internet to communicate. From the time you left the Philippines, you were still able to converse with me. Every time I rant to you or crash out and send my anger to you, you're always there to comfort and help me understand. You taught me about not being too ignorant, and with that, you changed my perspective in life. I'm really happy that I have a smart and intelligent sister. Sometimes you're blunt, but maybe that's just because your love language, or that's just your love language, and telling me that I should grow up to be a proper human being, hopefully. Continuing on the
Yay.
topic of all the things you taught me, even when you were out of this country, I've noticed that you relate a lot to me. And I guess that's why you're able to settle me down and have a long conversation about whatever. I'm only 14, but I wouldn't be a better 14-year-old if it weren't for my dearest sister to be there at my lowest point. I hope that as your younger sister, you'll know that I cherish and trust you a lot. I hope that the next time you hug each other, it'll be this year. And lastly, I hope that whatever is bringing us down will soon cease and be forgotten. Let's meet in Canada or Italy and enjoy milk tea and freedom. Yay!
Why would I have milk tea in Italy? Why don't I have gelato? Jamie!
Maybe it's thinking
We have
small.
multi everywhere.
Why don't we gelato
Jamie
Italy,
thinks that you guys
Jamer?
are
Even
multi
your post
brain.
or your post reminded me of that image of the kid slash baby image. Remember? Do you know that? Like an image where it's like half kid and then half baby. It's like
Which one?
like
Yeah, that one.
yeah,
Which one is that?
from the age because you're like from ages 10
that one.
13 and now I'm 14.
Yeah, that one. I think I remember.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're not saying that like I grew.
Like over here.
Okay.
There's baby,
Baby too.
no, there's like
Baby and two, just a bigger baby, yeah.
no,
That's it.
this image. The one where it's a baby and a kid. I probably, but that just reminds me. That's so good. That is good. Very long,
Very thoughtful. Yeah.
thought out quotes, except for the patience.
And the milk tea. And the
Okay.
milk tea.
They don't need to know that. They don't need to know.
Too bad, Jamie. The world needs to know.
Who that goes to Italy and gets, oh, I want milk tea.
Yeah, there's no milk tea in Italy. There's like
There's one. There's no tea everywhere.
Stop.
caviar.
Thinking of
Caviar's
Japan.
French.
Okay, I'm getting my my Europe mixed up.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Gelato. Gelato. You get gelato in Italy.
Guys, let's go to Japan and then get some burgers.
Yeah. So, right now.
Let's go to Germany and eat some noodles.
Let's go to France and eat some adobo.
Daddy's turn.
Okay, I honor Ate, our junior.
The
Yay.
Honor Ate. I honor
Nga pala, I have
you
to say
for
that.
growing up to be a wonderful, wonderful person. You are smart, of course. You're wise and intelligent.
Yeah.
You are, you are beautiful.
course.
You know,
No doubt.
yeah, you're strong, and you are well, you're intelligent. You use logic properly, and you already know what you want, and you already know how to get what you want, and you are clear in thinking. I honor you for being loving daughter, and you are you have sympathy and empathy to those people around you, and you in every moment you are the pillar of strength, and because we know you are strong, and you also a source of a lot of inspiration, for your siblings and for your friends, and we honor you for your goodness. And I'm really grateful to God, all the things that you turned out to be. Well, no, actually, all of you, all of your kids, and I pray that you will grow more, you will multiply more. Your goodness, your kindness, your intelligence, your wisdom, and you will contribute more to the society and the whole, and if every place you will go. I know you will thrive. You will thrive.
Yeah.
I honor
Yeah.
for
Mm.
the cats. She was the one who requested we start taking care of cats with Fudgy.
Yeah.
Hello,
Fancy
Job.
and
She's so
cheeky.
fat.
I really want to have that cat, this cat.
Yeah, if you remember, that was during pandemic when you said let's adopt
Yeah.
cats. So we did, and now
They multiplied,
they multiplied.
and they are makulit. You
Like
just want to be
you.
carried. You just want to be carried.
Yay.
The ginger especially.
I'm gonna hold them.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I honor Ate for being like the firstborn, very tough, No? So si JJ was our firstborn. Of course, we had our time with him for 3 long years before you came. But then when you came, you were like the, of course, the new baby of the family. And because we learned so much from JJ, we were able to apply it to you. So
Yay!
you were not really spoiled in a way, but we doted on you as well because the girl, first princess of the family, and you were our junior combination of our names. So you had that time with us when we really doted on you, just like we did with Kuya. And what we noticed about you was that I think because Kuya had like a 3 year age gap, no? I think what we noticed about you was that you were learning from what we were telling Kuya, and you didn't want to commit the same mistakes. So you were very observant on that part, and you tried to really make it good and be independent at a very young age. So we noticed that as you grew older, you were, but anyway, so you were introverted in a way that because you know what we will tell Kuya, because you already witnessed how we dealt with Kuya, you didn't want to commit the same mistakes. And you made your own individual identity aside from Kuya. So we really cannot compare you with Kuya because you were two different, you had, different identities. But probably because you learned, because you were observing. And what we were telling Kuya, we never had to tell you because nga, you matured so early on. You were very independent, and there were times when you were shocked when we would just see your articles online, or the way that you posted, the grammar was just perfect. You were a perfectionist, actually. I think you got that from the fact that you were observing Kuya, and sometimes Kuya's reckless and he's not really particular about grammar and all, but you were very particular about it. And there was one time when you, I think, joined a group, and then we read your article. It was, oh my gosh, this is JM. I mean, it's so perfect. It was so perfect. Grammar,
The
construction, content, actually, very surprising for us. Well, no, we're not really that surprised. We know that you're, intelligent, both mentally and emotionally. But we were surprised because
the depth.
the depth of how you thought. At saka, you rarely posted. And then you won arts. So yung mga online, and you did something on your own talaga that we didn't have to tell you to join, because I think you developed that sense of being stubborn. When I say being stubborn, you just wanted your own identity other than Kuya's. You didn't want to follow Kuya's path. But it's a good thing, actually. It's not really a bad thing that you're, because he's a boy and you're a girl, and you had really a very strong personality. And that's what we honor you about, and we're awe in how you handle that, even in your career. Actually, it was supposedly Kuya's job, but then thanks to Kuya, he was able to, ask, who's that, your boss, to interview you, and then you got that part. So, and from the time that you got it, you were promoted several times in a year because you showed excellence in everything that you did. You were, at the same time, you were studying and working. And, that was just my dream before. I wanted to be a what do you call that? Working student. I wanted to be like that, but I couldn't, because there was a time when I did that. I asked my mom to do that. I was working at the library. I was assigned at the library and then studying at the same time. And I would cry because I felt so sorry for myself that I would be working and studying at the same time. But then with you, oh my gosh, sabi ko, parang ano talaga, you're stronger, so much stronger than I was. And the level of maturity that you showed because you matured so early and then you were taking charge of your younger siblings. So you and Kuya had two different parang styles to manage the siblings, no? With Kuya naman, he's talagang, he's really in charge. Whenever we went out before, it would really be Kuya who was in charge. But you had a different kind of leadership that the younger siblings followed. So anyway, what else? I want to honor you for the fact that you really took charge when you got to Canada. I mean, we were hoping or sana na daddy would be there to guide you for the first few months, but then you were put in a situation when you had to really mature. Both of you and Jack, actually, the first
Pioneers.
the first the pioneers. Well, the first month talaga, it was really, for us, we felt so sorry for you because it was winter time. You had, you didn't know
First time,
anyone. It was our own friends. It's a good thing that we had friends there. And they made it a little, lighter for you. But then, of course, it was still difficult for the two of you. But you really took charge because you're the older one. You took charge. And I remember you telling us about, the story when somebody was following you. And then also Jack's story about, getting lost. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, the way that you handled those situations at a young age, it was really something to be inspired about for all of us. Kasi not everyone your age would be able to do that. But
Tsaka here in the house kasi, it's all theory kasi what
Yeah.
if you put in this
Yeah.
situation, that situation, and then you were really put in that situation and you're able to
yeah.
did what you are supposed to do.
And of course, your generosity. Of course, we know it's not easy for you to, help out because you also have your own expenses there. But then, understanding the family situation and leading in this, that's something that we all really want all of you actually to do and if, let's say, for example, mom and dad are gone and one of you will be, not as struggling or not as well off as any one of you, all of you need to just chip in or take charge.
Give a hand.
Yeah. And we know that you will because we raised you well. And like I said, diba, parang no doubt, you're intelligent because you have us as your parents. But more importantly is your faith and your emotional intelligence because that's really what would stand out in everything that you do in this life. So I honor you, Ate, for guiding Jamie even, when you're already apart and being grateful for your life and having a different perspective when all else fails, you still view it positively. So I honor you for being the eldest there in Canada and taking charge and making sure that we are still connected and making sure, having this, you're dreaming of something bigger for yourself, but not just for yourself, so that you'd also be able to share with others. And I like the fact that you're crocheting, you're very creative. And once you want something, you really,
Put your effort in everything.
yeah, you're focused and you really want to achieve it in your own way. And then you just surprise everyone around you that, hey, you have done this, you have achieved this. So you're actually, for the ones, your friends here, your own age, they're graduating from college. But if we compare you with them, you're so much higher or advanced because you have already established your own identity, your career. Like they're just starting out. You're just starting out in life and you have already so much experience on your hands. And we're very, very proud that you have turned out more than what we've expected of you. So, yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you
I
so
also
much,
wanted,
Ate.
yeah, I just realized that you did say Ate was really, she had a lot of depth.
Did I have a lot of death?
Yeah.
I have a lot of death? No.
Oh no.
It's my
Depth.
birthday. Why are you talking
Depth.
about my funeral now?
Depth.
It's my birthday. You're supposed to be celebrating
No.
my
Okay,
years on Earth.
Depth.
Okay.
Okay.
Depth.
I know. No, it's interesting that she had a lot of depth, as you mentioned, right? I noticed also that Jamie is also picking up on Ate's. There's the way Ate writes, like she was able to write that post about her. It was actually really fluent, and she was actually able to say a lot within a few paragraphs, I believe. So it's really nice that Jamie's being
But Jamie is not so concerned about grammar and all. Ate,
Yeah.
Ate, when she posts, it's
Never.
really
Never.
perfect. Ate is really perfectionist. So I guess that's what stands
Jamie
out
just writes
about
what she
Ate.
wants.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
with
but at
Jamie,
least
yeah,
when Jamie
you're
writes
right about
once.
Jamie. She really thinks and it's coming really from the heart. So I think Jamie and Jake are the same in that sense because when
Yeah,
they
I was
post,
gonna
they
say
just
that.
post, right? But with
I don't care
Ate
about
and Jack,
grammar
they're
either.
very careful about
Yeah,
what they
we're both
post.
very careful.
So that's
Okay,
why
yeah.
Jack is the one who, what do you call that? Edits or double
Grammar
checks? What do you call that?
Nazis. He's
Yeah.
the one that grammar Nazis the
Yeah,
post.
he's a grammar Nazi. Pero si Ate, before she even posts, it's like perfect already.
No, that's also one thing. When I do double check for errors, it seems like I don't double check enough because I'm always like paranoid.
Jock, you gotta remember, it's not your birthday. Talk about
Okay, I was just going to say,
Yeah, you're
whatever.
Yeah, okay, go. Continue.
Yeah, I honor Ate for being the very mature and responsible one over here. Actually, she's been the one who's been really helping me and Jake over here in Canada. Like seriously, because I did get what do you call that? A referral at a fast food chain. So I was working there, but Ate didn't want me to. So she did refer me to her company because she knew I would be able to at least grow and have a little more experience. Plus, being able to work um, remotely instead of having to commute every single day, especially since if we're going to be moving, then I wouldn't be able to continue over there. And working on an active store like that, oh, that was actually pretty tiring, mentally exhausting. So over here, she was able to refer to me, refer me, refer me, and yes, I was actually a really good fit over there. So I within just a year, I already got the
You're
managerial position.
Yay.
So now I'm going to be training someone over next week. So I didn't know. I didn't.
That.
I was super confident about myself, but turns out I was actually really excelling at the job. So I want to thank Ate for giving me that opportunity to experience and give me that role over there, which actually we're actually both very valuable assets within the company. So that's really good. We're like actually really relied on because like we're really good at our job. Yes, super super good. I'm very having great, yeah. I honor her actually. Very grateful that she does a lot of the planning, honestly, whenever she does. Yeah, she does. Josh, we're not talking about that, you know?
Yeah, you're grateful that I do a lot of the planning because my planning is meticulous and yours sucks.
Mine
So-
does suck, okay? Yeah, let's consider that weakness. Let's consider
We to be worked on. You shouldn't say, "Oh, I'm defeated." Yeah, this is my weakness forever. It's one of my weaknesses. It's something I'm not that good at.
we both think differently, okay?
You're supposed to be good at planning. You
Okay,
suck.
yeah,
You-
good at planning.
No. This is not something you're supposed to expect defeat in. You know why? Because one day you're gonna have a family and you need to plan good for your family, or else your wife's gonna do all the planning, and then because divorce is legal here, she might be tempted to divorce you. You know, there's a bunch of different things that people can divorce you
I
over, right?
I know. That's bad.
You can't even plan for my birthday properly. We walked in a restaurant, like, oh, I'm sorry, you need to reserve a table. And so we spent the next hour walking around, and I got so cranky and tired, and I had to do all the planning. It's like, okay, cool. Now I found a restaurant. So we went to the restaurant, and wow, it was a nice experience that I planned again. I left this one thing to them, and they didn't even do it properly. So next time, please plan properly. Oh my God, bruh.
This
That
is
was
such a this is a moral lesson instead of honoring. Oh,
Yes, it's a moral lesson. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. It's like, wow, this is extremely memorable because I left this one thing to you guys and you guys didn't even do it properly. So technically, I did everything.
And that
for
is
my
why I
birthday.
said you were very responsible. You were
Responsible, but wow, there's not something that I can honor you for.
you're
Like,
not honoring for
I
anything
can't
that
honor you
don't
for
honoring
this. I can't honor you
anything.
for this.
Yeah.
Jack was extremely responsible and made my birthday very memorable in a way that's very positive. Instead, I'm gonna say, wow, Jack left all the responsibility to me again. Congrats, Jack. Congrats.
I mean, wouldn't I be doing my own planning for my birthday? Like I'm gonna be the one to do all the time. I'm not gonna rely on someone.
No,
That's who I am.
Jack, for your birthday, we're gonna be walking around for 2 hours.
Well, okay. Well, on my birthday, I'm just gonna be the one to do my planning because I don't want anyone else doing the planning for me. So that's why.
We're gonna
But
2 hours for your birthday.
okay, that's just exercise.
So, ate, you have to learn, no? They're boys. What do
No,
you
that's
think
not
in
an
our
excuse.
family? Who does the planning?
Stop. That's not an excuse. It should never
No,
be
I
an
should,
excuse.
I should.
That-
No,
tell
no,
the
no, no,
boys
okay.
to be
I get your
responsible.
point. I get your point that they should
Mommy, the
also
cycle
be
ends here. The
planned.
cycle ends with this family. The boys in this family will not be stupid planners.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Because Ate definitely wants us to be like dad. You know how he thinks, like how responsible.
No,
how,
but Jack, you do realize that mom is saying that because dad doesn't plan stuff.
Yeah, I'm supposed to plan.
Ah,
You need to be
Bro, what are you
You
saying?
got-
I know. I wasn't. You didn't ask me to plan. You asked Jack to
you,
plan.
whatever, still.
Okay.
You guys should
It's
not
just,
be
it's not just
stupid.
I know. I did not do
Don't
anything.
be-
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. I
Yung mga
think
first class restaurants, you really need
to book.
Yeah, we know. Yes,
That
we know
information
now.
is not known to Jack.
Yeah, I think what Ate's saying is you don't say that you're not a good planner because you are. It's just that you had that one
You miss
you
one.
overlooked one detail that you have to
Yeah.
call in
and I
advance
was
or book
kind
it
of
in
a-
advance.
For
Because it's the first time that you're doing it anyway. So
Yeah.
at least for the first time,
Exactly.
you
So
should,
next time. And why am I wearing
Yeah,
that?
But
that's
the
why
thing
I
is,
said it's
you
something
said
you
that
learn.
you're not a good planner. So I think that's what Ate reacted about. That you cannot
Yeah,
say that.
exactly. You can't really say that. You can't really because obviously if you.
It's like, yeah, you're like saying,
But that's exactly what I'm reinforcing in my mind when someone criticizes it in a way.
No.
No, no.
That was not
you just
what's
missed
saying.
the part
You did
that
not. You weren't listening.
yung mga
Or I
good
did not
restaurants
interpret it
kasi,
right.
yung
No,
mga
mom was talking about how I. Never mind.
fine dining restaurants kasi fine dining restaurants, you miss the part that you need to book
in advance.
in advance. Unlike the fast food restaurants,
Where
you
we
don't need,
usually
you just
just
go
go.
barge in there and you make your
Yeah,
orders.
tsaka here, even
That's just the
even in the
difference,
Philippines,
yeah.
even with fine dining, sometimes you can just walk in.
Yeah, it's
Except
different.
that you're now in a first world country and it's really different there. So there's different rules in tipping or
Yeah,
in
you
booking.
just missed the
So
those
I think what Ate
information.
reacted about was the fact that you said that you're not a good planner. And I said that you're a boy. So I don't expect you to like really be a good planner because you know your dad, no? I mean, he's good in execution. But with the planning, it's really the girls or the ladies to do that because we're different. We think differently. Like we're very detailed. With them, it's just and then
I'm not good at planning at something I'm not interested in. Like
Oh yeah, probably.
I don't plan a
Yeah.
restaurant, whatever. I don't care. For a high class,
Ah, yeah,
low
yeah, that's
class,
true.
fast food, I don't
That's
care.
true kasi
That's
when he does
exactly
the farming,
maybe
which is
maybe that
very
was exactly
interested
what I was.
in.
Being a boy is not an excuse.
I know, but that's probably what exactly I was thinking about dad. Like dad, he did say that when you're planning for something you're not really
It's all
interested in, you you don't
I
really think
think,
No,
about
Jack,
it.
I
yeah, but
think
that's the thing.
You have
the,
to
Even
be
if you're not really interested in it, you should still put effort because especially if it's like a special event, like it was Ata's birthday, just because you're not interested.
yeah, I think
boring.
it was because
Bad
no, I think it
mentality.
was because that ate asked you to do it.
Yeah.
I guess it was that.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another thing. Ate
yeah,
asked you
diba?
though.
She expected that, oh, because I'm going to like just leave
It
it for
wasn't a
them
surprise
to
or
do.
anything.
Yes. So I think in her mind, she just wanted that part, to for you to plan it.
Actually, you just missed the information of anong tawag dito of calling early. But if you did that, then
It would have been okay, yeah.
it would have been
Because
okay.
No,
You
because
just
the
missed that
when the
one.
website it didn't really like there wasn't really anything saying that you needed
so it's
like you
something that
absolutely need,
to
but
You
Oh,
just
by the
missed
way, I
that
hate
one
falling
part.
surprises.
yeah, of
Yeah, you
course.
just missed that one part of reservation. That's it.
so
But
I guess
yeah,
Jack, learn the lesson and then never ever say that you can't
yeah.
do planning because you can. You have already done it in the past.
And it's
It
part
was
of learning. It's a
it's
part
part
of
of
now. You know
learning.
that when you're going to fine
There's
dining,
always
you
a
need
first
to. Yeah.
time. But what's
Yeah, but
You
important
just
is
missed
that
that
but
you
I
one.
do
learn
get
the lesson.
criticized in some way. It does reinforce in my mental mind that
In your mental,
in my mental when
in your mental.
in my mind that I am definitely not good at this. Like that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
now that we
when
have
you criticize how I
explained,
take photos, that's just how I reinforce.
Well,
That's
then change.
exactly.
Then just
Yeah, I'm
change
sorry. I can't really change that mindset.
it. Exactly. You can't really
I'm
change that.
sorry. I'm sorry. That's something I really can't change.
Or maybe you
No,
can say, or Jack, you can say, "Oh, I'm
why
learning.
is bro
It's
so
way of learning."
defeatist? Why are you so
I'm
defeated?
overly sensitive.
No, I'm this, I'm that. Bruh, that's all excuses to be incompetent.
I'm sorry. Then
Stop being so defeatist. You're just saying, oh, I'm this and that, and therefore I can never be good. I can't be good because I'm this. Why are you so definitive? Stop being so definitive in the negative.
okay, ate, I think it's the way that we say it, just
Stop
like,
being so definitive in the negative.
Okay,
no,
other thing.
it's the
Go
way
on.
that we say it. Okay, just like what happened to Kuya before and Jack. You remember they were fighting, they were crying, and then when I asked them about it, because Kuya was just like you, telling Jack about something, and he was shouting and he was insisting on something. But then when I asked Kuya, the objective behind on why he was doing that was because he didn't want to hurt, or I mean, he didn't want Jack to get hurt or something. And then now realizing that Jack, okay, Kuya was concerned about me. It wasn't really that he was parang putting me down or making me feel bad. He was concerned, but the way that he said it was different and it wasn't accepted by Jack. But then now he realized, oh, okay, it was out of love or concern, and then they made up. So I think that's how we are. Just like with Grams, you know how Grams she tells me stuff, and then I don't like it the way that she says it. But if I really, take it from her own perspective, she was just concerned. But of course, she had her own way, and she's not really that compassionate in telling me what she wanted me to do. But she would just demand. So I think in this situation, it's the same for you because you're too demanding, you're too forceful, and then he was telling you, hey, this is how I am. And what we're telling you naman, Jack, or what Ate's saying is you cannot be definitive, it cannot be final. You're always saying that you can't, when you can. But I think it's the way that it was said to you. So at least accept the fact that, hey, you're all JMJ kids, right? We taught you this. So there is always a chance for you to change, even though this is your personality, because you know that you have different personalities, all of you, 5 of you, different personalities and all. So we have to deal with you differently. But at least know, or if you know Ate's personality and she's like that and she's forceful, then don't read behind na parang she's, ano ba yun, parang it's being, what you just said, now it's being confirmed on you na you're
Reinforce.
weakly palpak, or what?
Reinforce.
Reinforce in your mind that you're not really good at planning, because you are. That's what they're saying. That's what Ate is saying and Jake's saying, that you are.
No,
a good
because the
planner.
reason why I say is because if you're bad at something and I say it's bad, then you're supposed to get good so that someone else doesn't say you're bad. Because the one time we were in Chicago, a group of people asked Jack to take a photo of them with the bean. And then I was observing Jack and his photos were bad. So I was directing Jack to take photos. And then they thanked us, and when we were walking away, I overheard them saying, "Oh, her photos are a lot better." See, and that's the thing I want to avoid. So when I say you're bad, I want you to get good so that when other people ask you to do the thing, you're good at it, and they don't have to say, "Oh, well, she's better at this," because I'm already good at it. So you have to get good. Get good. Why do I have to be better than you guys? You guys have to be as good as me, or even better.
It's just the information.
So get good. Get good.
Okay.
It's just the information, guys. The more information you get, the more
Oh, okay, well-
data you can work with. So just get informed. Be informed.
So I think Jack, if Ate won't change her stand about it, just know that when she says something, she just wants you to get good.
Also, we're family, so why should I be better at something than you guys? If I'm
Because
good
we
at photos,
can
then you
be.
guys should be good at photos.
No, I mean, we can be better than everyone else. You have your own strengths, then they have their own weaknesses.
We all-
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, no. Mom said we have our own strengths. Mom didn't say we have our own weaknesses. Just because you have weaknesses doesn't mean that there's weakness forever. You can change that weakness to like something that you're just good at. Not doesn't have to be a weakness forever. We have our strengths. Mom said we have our own strength. Mom didn't continue and say that we have our own weaknesses. You're gonna say that we have weaknesses, no.
And you're gonna use it. Oh, I'm bad at this. That's why I'm always gonna be bad
Alright,
at
so
it.
I think,
How
Jack,
do you
you gotta
know?
change that
How do you
attitude,
know?
no?
Fine.
When someone is
That's the
telling you things, don't take
Yeah, I
it.
mean, the thing is, whenever someone tells you probably like in a way like Ate were very aggressive, try to like find like why are they saying this? But anyway, they are
Yeah,
getting off
yes.
topic. This is supposed to be honoring, so I guess.
No, this is Family Matters.
Yeah,
No, it's okay.
You
It's
wanna
okay.
go and teach lessons for the entire team. What is the positive intent of this? In the negative, they teach that all the time. Like, what is the positive intent of this? In the negative, because the team gets negative
Or-
feedback all the time.
Or something. Yeah, that's something that every time you hear Ate say like very aggressive things towards us, something I always imagine it like this is one of the main things that one of my favorite things to learn from law of attraction is it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything.
Anything.
Exactly. Don't.
No. It was just because. It was just because with photos, especially. I think it was just photos that just got.
Because you guys are taking photos.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's.
They don't take good
Yeah,
photos.
because I'm just gonna say it was just the photos, I believe. It wasn't really.
No. Jack's not saying it's no. He's saying it's just the photography part that he.
Felt like I needed to reinforce this mindset now
Yeah,
because I'm just gonna say that this has been going on for years actually. Yes, and no.
You haven't
No,
been
I'm like trying to take your advice, like crouch, do this, do that. Okay, go a little higher. I'm trying to get your reference, and I feel like that. Am I even really improving? That's what now I'm wondering because it's been years, and it feels like you react the same way.
Now,
So
you
now
know
I'm
what you need
wondering.
to do? I think you need to learn more portraiture in art so that you know what looks good. Because I know what looks good because
Just ask
when
me
I-
for help. I kind of know how to take good
You need to
photos.
know how to make people look good in photos.
You know
So
what?
it's when I think of photos, I think of the people in Chicago who said my photos when I intervened are better. So
Right.
you need to be good at
Okay.
photos.
You know, from that situation, I could sense why Ate had to be strict about this. Why? Because she didn't want other people to comment negatively on you. So it's a good thing. And sometimes we, like I would also feel like that as what Ate felt. No, parang I don't want anyone, I don't want to hear any negative things to be said about my kids. Like never. And that is why I would push you to do this, to do that, right? So it's the same thing as what Ate did. She didn't want to hear the kind of words that she heard. And it happened. So that's the reason why she was pushing you to be excellent in this, because she, in her mind, no, parang she didn't want to hear that, and then she heard it. Of course, being the ate, she felt bad for you. And now she doesn't want, she's not showy at all, right? But she wanted to make, to make you aware that, hey, it's been years, you have to do this and be perfect on it. So do you get the lesson or the idea or the reason behind why ate was pushing you to be good at that, or why she had to say it? Sometimes it would always feel to you that we're nagging. Like me, I would nag you to bits, right, to maximum level, right? I would nag you and nag you and nag you. Why? Because I wanted you to grow up and be perfect in our own way, right? Because I don't want anyone to hear, to say that my kids are like this and like that. And you ask Kuya. I would tell that to Kuya, right? There was one time, I think the 2 weeks ago, I would message Kuya, in front of a client, no? I would message Kuya and tell him, check my message. Because I didn't want Kuya to act in a certain manner, that the client would say something against him, right? So, it's the same. So, ate, when she said that, she of course probably felt bad that they had to say something about your photography.
Member of a family.
Yes. So get it from that perspective, I think. Don't feel bad about it. Just like what Jake said, learn from the LOA that we have taught you. It doesn't mean anything. But there's always a reason behind why we're saying these things. And we can be cruel to one another because it's the family, right? We wouldn't want other people to say that to us. We would rather be strict with each other and perfect it here. This is our training ground so that when we go outside, we'll be okay. We won't want other people to say negative things about us. So I think just get it from that perspective, Jack. No, and again, we're always saying you can't say that you cannot take good photos or you cannot plan. You cannot say that because we believe in you and you're really good. So just take it from that perspective.
And then you can learn, guys. You can learn. Look, okay, me, I took philosophy, right? Philosophy, mind, and then law, and then what? Forklift. Forklift. That's far, right? And then HTML. That's programming, guys, right? My gosh,
But they're not
Right?
connected,
they're not really connected, but
but he learned.
I learned, right? CSS, HTML, what else? Those kinds of
Cars.
things that you're doing, Jack, back end. Data mining, and
I think
everything.
you take it from daddy. With daddy.
You
Let's say,
can
di ba, when
learn.
I say, no, ma, you have to wear polo or, appear something like this, ganyan. I always tell him, and then he doesn't take it negatively. Okay, he just accepts it. Because when we say some things to you guys, it's not because we're just putting you down. I always have to explain that. It's not to make you feel bad. It's for you. Right? Just for daddy, I don't want him, if he's leaving and he didn't shave, I didn't want him to look like that, especially when we're appearing with clients, we're meeting with clients. So, and he doesn't take it negatively. he doesn't take it like where I'm putting him down or just shaming him. I don't actually. It's just within us, the family, because we don't want other people want to hear it from other people. So Jack, learn the lesson and accept that Ate's just loving you in her own way, the way that she does. No, it's always out of love, not out of anything else.
Maybe some advice that I can. Okay, well, okay. So what I think Jack would need is I think he's the person who would like to have some sort of structure to the lesson.
Yes.
So what I can think of when it comes to if you guys want to help Jack is you have to ask Jack to write down what he needs to learn. So for this particular instance, the lesson here is when you want to go to a fancy restaurant, call them first, right? And then Jack will write it down and then he can learn from that lesson so that next time when you want to go to a restaurant, like any restaurant at all, you just have to call them in advance and you guys can get that. And you can also learn this, Jack, if you try this and then you write down like, oh, okay, they're trying to ask me to learn something, and then you write down what is it that they want me to learn. So when Jake or Ate are trying to tell you something and it sounds kind of mean, just say, what can I learn from this? You write down a bunch of things that you think that you're supposed to learn from that, and then you ask Ate and Jake, is this right, what I'm supposed to be learning? And then they'll say yes or no. You just confirm it, and then okay,
I get,
next
you know,
time I'll do better.
I get what Ate's, saying. But you know what? The lesson here, Ate, for you is to just accept the fact. Like with Daddy, he had planned several things in the past that I wasn't really. Oh my God, he planned for like a surprise date for us. And it was
Bad
so
trip.
palpak. So palpak talaga. So, the lesson here is just don't.
No, no,
Just don't expect him to plan good.
no. I don't know how to impart my ability to you guys. I don't know how to, I mean, to share it with you or to give it to you because you know what? Everything around me, they just by themselves rearrange themselves so that they will conform to my plan. They just make it work. Yeah, but guys,
So,
yeah,
lesson
it's
learned.
just information, guys. You just lack the
Lesson learned.
information.
I wouldn't ask Daddy to plan anything if it's about like birthdays and stuff. Lesson learned for me because really, there are. I know what you're saying that we cannot say that this is me already and it's definitive, but we have to acknowledge our strengths, our forte, and we focus on the strengths rather than okay, expect you to do this, and I know that you won't be able to do it perfectly as I would think of. So even in managers meeting, they always ask me as a manager, I need to know monitoring, but that's really my Waterloo. And I tried really. I tried so hard. Each time they would teach me, and each time I would really just forget, or I'm not really interested about learning it. And every time that they say, "Hey, you're a manager. You're supposed to know this," and all of them are saying that. But in my mind, since I'm a very stubborn person, in my mind, I know my strengths. And that is why you need to know your Clifton strengths, right? We studied that. I know my strengths. Why would I focus on something that's my Waterloo when I could just focus on strengthening my own strengths, which is good. And I always tell them, you know what, even if I don't know how to monitor, even if you say these things about me, not knowing all these things as a manager, my name is always on the board. I know I am excellent. I have my own way of being excellent. You cannot force me. Even though it is required that I have to monitor, I have my secretary to do that. So I know that in their mind, when I say these things, in their mind, no, because It's a different mindset for everyone, but in their mind they're thinking, and that is why you don't know your people's production, blah 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 and everything. But then my name, our team's name, is always on the board. These people, they know how to monitor and all, but they don't excel. So I think that's also a lesson for all of you, I guess, that I know what Ate is saying, that you don't just define yourself as I'm a failure at this, but at least Jack has acknowledged it, and we, as you know, as a family, we can then probably help him in some way to improve on it. But if he has to focus on it and you want him to perfect what his weaknesses are, it would be a challenge. Like in my case, even if you teach me every single day, because I am not interested in it, I won't be able to like absorb it fully. But I know my strengths and I would focus on that. I would tell you, I would be very excellent in this field. You give me an assignment, I'll make sure I'll do it, but not in your own way. It should be my way, the way that I know best. So I think that's the lesson here, I guess, guys, that there would be times in your life, in your corporate life, no, in your career, wherever, where people will tell you, you should know this, you should know this, you should know this. But then you know yourself better than them. So just, there are ways to get to the goal, achieve the goal, not their way, but your way. And you can do it. And that's why we're non-conformists, right? So that's, I think that's the lesson here. But then try to take the objective of Ate when she says, you cannot just say, I can't. And I think that's what Jake is also saying. You cannot just say, I cannot. You can still improve, but then later on, probably, if it's not really your thing, you focus on your strengths and then you master your strengths. Okay? But anyway, Jack, again, going back to honoring Ate, I know that you admire Ate for that and for being a leader. So continue with your honoring Ate.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have to, but I already did say that she was a really good leader. She's very responsible. So yeah, even if I don't,
With my hat.
even if I don't really, if I don't really, even if it's not really the way that I like to get the
Plan.
criticism, that
Oh.
kind of criticism, it's still,
It's needed
it
because
is
other
needed
people-
because
Andy gives criticism the same way.
I know, actually, a lot of people do actually, but I think it is a good, valuable thing to learn from because definitely is a way of expressing love and concern, especially when there are other people involved to judge me. So I have to be aware of that, and I know I have to accept that I can improve just in a different way. So I'm very happy and grateful that Ate was able to, at least she was still able to see the strengths in me. So that's why she even brought me in the company in the first place because she knew I was really good with technology. I was really detail oriented. I was actually pretty good with communication already, and I actually improved being in this company. So a lot of things that I was able to benefit for the company, and I was able to take away from it as well. So I'm very happy and grateful that Ate already acknowledges my strengths and already knows that I thrive in many different many different places and things.
Yay. Okay, my turn. I'm very, I honor Ate for being a very strong individual. Yeah, because you can clearly see it. Even I've noticed that even when we were like really really young. Why am I have that? Even when we were really, what did you? Okay, when we were really really young, you could see Ate had a really strong. Oh come on, she had a really strong personality, and growing up, she just proved even more how strong she is, especially when
Resilient as well.
yes, especially when she had to move to Canada. And
Why are you talking as if I'm the only one who moved to Canada?
okay, especially when she and Jack had to move to Canada first alone without dad's help. And though she even and even before they moved to Canada, she worked, like mom said, she worked and had school at the same time. And when I saw that happen, I was like, oh my goodness, how the heck does she do that? Because even for me, just going to school was kind of tiring for me. going at,
You're
and
sleeping in the
she
car.
yeah, exactly. I was sleeping in the car because I'm a sleepy person. And Ate stood up since they had different time zones for her work. She had to stay up all night and then immediately go to school. Or not immediately, but she had like a few hours of sleep before she had to go to school. So while they moved to Canada, they had to like survive, especially since they came here in the winter. And I thought the winter would be fun, but winter was sucky. I hated winter. I can't wait for the snow to stop falling. But she was able to endure. She was able to endure. Like immediately coming here alone. No prior knowledge to what she should do, like how they should like budget plan, since they're probably what you stayed in another apartment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You had to like
Apartments.
you had to move multiple times. So she is like a really strong person. She's been proving that she's been proving that as she grew up, she kept proving more and more just how strong of a person she is. I also really honor Ate for being very generous, because she always thinks about other people. Like she likes to make gifts for other people. She likes to plan.
I like
As seen, yes.
like planning.
Yeah, she really loves planning and she's really good at it. And she likes to give gifts to other people, like especially to us family members, like with Jamie. She loves to give gifts.
You guys are going to Mountain Province next week. Tell me when you're available to watch Project Hail Mary in cinemas.
Yeah, exactly. See,
This
she is
week.
always
This
This week?
week.
Tell me when.
This
Wait.
week.
Okay, whatever. Tell me what time. You're not giving me a specific time, so how am I supposed to plan for that?
I don't know. Okay, I'm not the one who decides. I'm not the one who decides, okay? But
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. Anyway, I was saying that she's very
Tomorrow
generous,
is
especially
24.
to like Jamie, because Jamie requests a lot of stuff from Ate, and Jamie takes a lot of stuff from Ate, and Ate is fine with that.
And she
She
doesn't
gives-
mind.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ate is generous. That's what I'm saying, especially to you, because you keep taking her stuff and she doesn't care. So that's part of her. Yeah, exactly. You even took out this room and rearranged it and took her clothes with it, and she's fine with that.
Everything in there.
Everything.
Everything in there.
Everything. I also really especially honor Ate for being the first artist of the family. She was the one she was the first domino in the family and tipped it over, and now all who came after Ate were like inspired by her. Me, Jock, Jamie, all were inspired to become artists.
Even
And
Kuya.
yeah. And just seeing Ate draw her art, even if she thought it sucked whenever she showed it to us, and whenever she looks back on art, she thinks it sucked. Yeah, of course. That's the artist. That's the artist. That's the growth of an artist. But still, even those sucky drawings, even now, they were the ones that inspired us to become our own artists. And look at us. We're all completely different artists, but you're the one who inspired us to start drawing in the first place. And I honor Ate for being a really good leader, because me and Jack are really not good leaders. And
You
could
could be.
okay. Yeah, I know, I know. I said we're not really good leaders, but
You couldn't
I'm
prove it.
not saying that we can't be good leaders, but we just haven't had many opportunities to show it. Unlike you, because you are a very sociable person. You make lots of good. I mean, you made lots of friends. You're really good at talking to people and relating to them. So yeah, that's what I
Martha
honor you
didn't
for.
used to be like that, so she just improved
Yeah,
herself.
I know. I'm not saying that it can't be like that. I never said that. I'm just saying that uh, Ate is more sociable than us and a better of a leader. Not saying that we can't be as good as her, because of course Ate wants us to be as good as her. But as of the moment, Ate's like 10 times better at doing those stuff than we are, and her being a good leader probably should inspire us to become like her. Yay!
I think I influenced Ate on drawing, but on a different way.
Yeah, kasi
Yeah.
artist eh.
No, I think I draw laughing. You know the laughing man with the one tooth. And
It's funny
and
how we
Ate would, and Ate probably said, "I will never ever draw that way." So she carved her own way of drawing, which is okay, of course, it is more
Oh my
complex.
gosh, Adi. Kung yung drawing mo ang nakapangitan ka, eh paano ba yung drawing ko? Remember mo, ano yung game natin na we're drawing? And you cannot really
Stickman.
understand my own drawing.
Kaya nga, they were inspired
Ano,
to follow
Kahoot?
our...
Was it Kahoot yung we will
no,
draw?
that was Scriblio.
Yeah.
We will never ever...
Yeah, mom always kept on the stick back.
I guess, yeah.
At least we help you,
Become an artist.
become an artist on your own way, not our way.
Yeah.
We shock them. Oh, galing, oh. One tooth laughing man. Oh, never
You know,
that way.
guys, you know what we miss now is you remember before whenever we're doing our evening prayer, we honor each other every night, every day. I think we have to bring it back. You know why? Because we need to be validated of the things that we do. Di ba tayo parang every night we honor each other for what we did for that day? Kasi ito yung nangyayari sa adulthood, no? Because we have become so busy and then we don't take time to even validate one another for all the good things that we are doing. Even the simplest thing, like with Kuya, he would open the gate whenever we have to go, right? I mean, it's too routinary, but it's something that we need to, what do you call it? We need
Acknowledge.
to thank him for that because, he's doing it. Jamie doesn't do it. I don't do it, right? But he's the one doing it because it's even if it's a simple job, an easy job, he's the one who's taking care of it, right? So I think we have to bring back the times when we are validating each other for the things that we're doing, at least just for that day. For example, Jack cooked something delicious, even if you don't know what it's called. Experimented on something, or Jake helped with the dishes or something, and Ate
Helped with the dishes.
Do you? No.
I do the dishes.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So doing the dishes, right? Because sometimes it's it has ano tawag doon? Just because it's expected of you, we take things for granted. Oh, Jake is expected to do the dishes. And then we take him for granted for that. We don't thank him for doing the dishes. Or because Jack is expected to cook, we take him for granted for that. We don't thank him for cooking. Because, that's how we are. We sometimes forget. And then, when it's time for us to do this, to honor each other, it's like, it's parang awkward. Like with Jamie kanina, parang she felt awkward that, I have to say this, no? Because it's just one time? No.
Awkward with what?
I mean, it felt awkward to say all these things because it's just one time.
Laborious. It
One
became
time, yeah,
laborious.
tama. Parang it's a little harder to think about the things that you are honoring the person for, right? So anyway, ate, what's your response to our honoring for you?
Yay! I'm grateful that you guys think of me as a responsible, strong person. I would not be the way I am without mom and dad. So you guys can thank mom and dad for how I am.
Yay.
I
Oh
think
yeah, one thing wait, one more thing I honor Ate for is that she's very. I was gonna dang, I was gonna use that word, but then that word will just remind you of. I was gonna call Ate very spontaneous, but of course that word reminds Ate of the spontaneous decision of us walking around. So she had to spontaneously find a restaurant, but it doesn't matter. I'm saying Ate's spontaneous. She likes if she wants to do something, she'll do it. Like for example, if she feels like, oh, I feel like getting milk tea, she'll get milk tea. If she feels like oh okay I think I'm gonna start crocheting, she just starts crocheting, and she doesn't let she doesn't let whatever she's busy with, like for example, she's very busy with work, but she doesn't let it stop her from doing what she likes or buying what she likes.
Ate's
She just does it.
Maybe you know what? It might come to there might come a time when Ate will say, "Oh, it's so cold here. I think coffee in France is nice for breakfast, and then we can just come back and dinner time."
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
I think ate is like me and Jack is like dad.
Hmm.
Because with us we just do things, we just do it, and we're not thinking about the consequence. We take the risk, we jump, but yeah, so I think that's it, and she got it from us. I think all of you are a mixture of mom and dad's qualities, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that all of you are like that, and you have different personalities, and yeah,
You
we
have both. You have the good of both worlds.
yeah, it's a good mix. It's a good mix. Your personalities. So ate, go ahead.
Yay!
All right, Jamie. Whose next birthday? Si Jack na.
That'd be Jack.
Okay, Jack. Wait for your turn.
Wait, no, wait. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, why?
June before July. I forgot.
Nag-grams muna. Sino ba sa May? Grams and Lola Nene.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes ano rin magme-message din kayo kala Tita Belen ha. Just say hi.
Okay.
It's great grand Lola's birthday today.
I'm sorry?
It's great grand Lola's birthday today. She's
Really? How do you
93.
know?
Is it great
Is
grandma's
it?
birthday?
No.
I saw her Facebook post of
What
one of
did you
our
just say? What did
family.
she just? What? Her?
Oh,
Facebook
Today,
post?
Grand
one of
Law?
her families, 2
Sino?
hours ago. Great grand Lola from Mountain Province!
Yes, I
How
know.
do you know
but
her
I'm
birthday?
asking who posted.
It was Auntie. Wait, it was one
Who's
of our
Auntie
aunties.
Jamie? You mean Lola?
No.
No,
No,
Yeah, Lola.
But
Auntie.
we
Why
have
would
different
Lola
Lolas,
have
guys.
Facebook?
Lola Vilma?
Nah, I don't think she didn't know her birthday.
Well, nakita niya sa
Yeah.
Facebook.
It was just actually a guess. All
Yeah,
their
probably.
Yes.
birthdays.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Because
that
Maybe
makes
Jamie
sense.
for the
knows.
sake of
Calendars. That's why I'm
registration.
confused how Jamie knows that. How should?
because
Where
she
did she
saw
get?
Facebook
All
post
just
No, what
guess.
Daddy's
celebrating a
saying
birthday.
is no one knows Lola, great grand Lola's birthday,
It
but
was just a
probably that
guess.
was.
Yeah.
I guess just to for the sake of registration.
Malay mo, yun nga yung naka-register.
Wala nga sila. Wala. So talagang
Oh, well, then,
alam
alam
niya.
ni Jamie,
Yeah.
they're celebrating Lola. O di,
Okay.
we give her, let's record na lang something for her. We will show her when we get,
Yeah.
we'll buy something for Lola. Great grand Lola pala.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Please join us next time on another episode of It's Time Family matters.
Matters. Babush.